A master Austrian psychiatrist once said, "We reveal unknowingly our innermost secrets through our body language." Now, we also applies to others. So this is a warning to you, and this is an advice to you, and this is a note to self to you, to watch people's body language and do not ignore it. Now, whether this is a potential romantic partner or a job interview person or a friend or someone someone you think is a friend or someone that you've been recently introduced to, any person that is coming into contact with you, watch their body language, because that does reveal their intentions, their likeness or dislike for you, their attraction or non-attraction to you, etc., etc., etc. Now let's take this one step further and consider the fact that you don't even need to be in their presence to watch their body language. What I mean by that is, let's say in a romantic setting, if you leave a phone message for somebody, or if you send them an email, or you send them a text, if they don't respond to you right away, and I mean right away, as soon as it is possible for them to do so, unless they're in a surgeon in the middle of a complicated surgery, people can respond to their messages. Unless it's a pilot and there's an engine problem and he's trying to land a plane full of people, people will respond to messages of the people that are important to them right away. And if they don't, guess what that means? You're not important to them. These things that I'm telling you, these are not theories. These are not hearsay. These are not something that might be true. These are not only 100% true without exception, but they apply to all human beings, no matter where they're from, no matter what country, what culture, what religion, how they grew up, etc. You know, this is evidenced by a fact that they showed a certain expression on people's faces from all over the world, you know, from Asia, Africa, South America, Central America, North America, Southern Africa, Central Asian places, everywhere, you name it. And the expressions were identical, exactly the same, meaning you could look at those expressions and you can say, oh yeah, that's an expression of fear. That's an expression of surprise. That's an expression of happiness. That's an expression of sadness. That's an expression of disappointment. There's a difference between sadness and disappointment as far as the expression that forms on people's faces. So this is hard evidence that we're all the same. We are all the same. We all react the same to situations, you know, with strengths and weaknesses in there to a degree. But back to the main point of this video is that what this master Austrian psychiatrist was trying to make us see is that people unknowingly reveal their innermost secrets through their body language. This man was telling me that he was on a first-time date with this woman who had seen the pictures, but he said, you know, from the time that we sat down together, it was an early morning thing. We agreed to meet before we both go to work, you know, for a quick coffee. She said, I don't know if this woman was realizing it or not, but she had a look of cringe on her face the whole time. You know, like someone is dragging their nails on a chalkboard. That kind of a cringe look on her face the whole time. And he said, I had never experienced that. And you know, I was fine. I could take it or leave it, you know, in terms of her being interested in me or not. There are, you know, countless other candidates out there. But he said, this woman was not even able to control or was unaware of, or both maybe. The expression on her face literally looked like she's being bothered by something that's very undesirable. So My point was, it is so obvious that you could tell people's interest in you or lack of by their body language, you know, whether they're leaning towards you or leaning away from you, whether they're crossing their legs towards you or away from you, whether they are, you know, when there's an occasion to take a photograph, whether they are near you. That really shows. Most people are unaware of this, but when there's a situation of a photograph being taken, and if the person likes you, they will be near you or touching you or their arms around you or whatever. And if they don't like you, they will do everything they can to be away from you. So taking a photograph with someone, whether it's in a group or one-on-one, you will know very clearly, crystal clear, whether they are into you or not. But what I wanted to add a layer of in this video is that this can also be seen to a good degree without even a person being in your presence, by how they respond to your communication. And you know, wonder no more. If they're not responding to you right away, you know, as I explained, they're not interested in you. And let that be the deciding factor of whether or not you're going to expend more energy and resources and investment on this person. Walk away and save your dignity. All the best.